Did you know that over half of adults in the United States couldn't cover a $1,000 emergency expense without going into debt? It's a stark reality, one that highlights a deep-seated problem many of us face, a struggle with basic financial literacy. We're talking about more than just balancing a checkbook. It's about truly understanding how money works, how to make it work for you, and how to avoid the pitfalls that keep so many locked in a cycle of worry and financial stress. This isn't about blaming anyone, it's about acknowledging a widespread lack of knowledge that severely hurts our progress, our dreams, and our peace of mind. For too long, personal finance has been treated like some arcane secret, something only for the wealthy or those with a business degree. But the truth is, it's a fundamental life skill, and without it, even the hardest work can feel like running on a treadmill that's going nowhere. In this video, we're going to dive deep into financial affairs of the common man. Master the Art of Personal Finance Management, a book that cuts through the complexity and offers a clear, actionable roadmap. We'll identify the most common money mistakes that trap people, from impulse spending to ignoring investments, mistakes you might even be making right now without realizing it. And perhaps most importantly, we're going to show you how to take control of your financial fate, not just to survive, but to truly thrive. But there's a catch. Knowledge alone isn't enough. It's about application, about forming new habits, and about understanding the psychology behind our spending. So if you're ready to stop feeling overwhelmed and start building the financial future you deserve, stick with us, because we're about to unpack the secrets to mastering your money, starting with the surprising truth about where most people go wrong. Now, understanding your current financial landscape, as we discussed with net worth, is just the starting line. The real journey to financial mastery begins with budgeting, which I like to think of as your personal financial GPS. It's not about restriction, but about intention. The first step, and this is where many stumble, is to create a realistic spending plan. Don't try to go from spending $500 a month on dining out to zero overnight. That's a recipe for failure. Instead, look at your actual spending from the past few months. If you consistently spend $300 on groceries, budget $300, not an aspirational $200. The goal here is honesty, not perfection. This realistic approach is what keeps you engaged and prevents that feeling of deprivation that makes budgets feel like a chore. Once you have your plan, the next crucial step is to track every single dollar spent. Yes, every single one. Whether it's a $4 coffee or a $400 car repair, record it. This might sound tedious, but modern apps make it incredibly easy. Think of it as detective work for your money. You'll be amazed at where your money actually goes versus where you think it goes. Here's a little secret. That $4 coffee every weekday, that's over $100 a month, or $1,200 a year. Suddenly, those small, seemingly insignificant expenses start to add up, revealing hidden opportunities. And as you track, categorize those expenses for clarity. Group your spending into categories like housing, transportation, food, entertainment, and debt payments. This gives you a bird's-eye view, highlighting exactly which areas are consuming the most of your income. You might find your miscellaneous category is far too large, essentially becoming a black hole where money disappears without a trace. Finally, and this is critical, adjust your budget as needed. Life isn't static, and neither should your budget be. Did your rent go up? Did you get a raise? Did you start a new hobby that costs money? Your budget needs to reflect these changes. It's a living document, not a stone tablet. You might discover after a few months that you consistently overspend on entertainment but underspend on clothing. Adjust those numbers. The power lies in making it work for you, not the other way around. But having this map is only half the battle, because even the best map won't help if you're drowning in debt, which brings us to our next crucial section: conquering debt. So, with a clear picture of your cash flow and an eye on those sneaky expenses, you might think you're ready to tackle saving. But there's a crucial piece of advice, a golden rule, that often gets overlooked. Pay yourself first, always. Don't wait until all the bills are paid and you see what's left over, because, let's be honest, there often isn't much. Instead, treat your savings like a non-negotiable bill, the most important one in fact. And here's the secret weapon to making that happen: automation. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to your savings account the very day your paycheck hits. Even if it's just $50 or $100 to start, the consistency is what truly builds momentum. You'll be amazed at how quickly those small, regular contributions add up, without you even feeling the pinch after a month or two. Now, while general savings are fantastic for future goals, there's a specific type of fund that deserves its own spotlight: your emergency fund. This isn't for a new TV or a vacation. This is your financial shield against life's inevitable curveballs. Think unexpected medical bills, a sudden job loss, or a major car repair. Without this safety net, these situations can quickly derail all your other financial progress and even push you into debt. The goal here is robust. You want enough liquid cash to cover 3 to 6 months of your essential living expenses. Imagine, if your monthly expenses are $3,000, you're looking to build up a $9,000 to $18,000 cushion. It might sound like a lot, but starting small and staying consistent is key. Once you have that solid emergency fund in place, you'll sleep better at night, I promise you. But what about when you've mastered saving? Where do you put that money to work for you? That's where we turn our attention to the power of investing. Now, once you've got your budget dialed in and some savings started, it's time to confront the elephant in the room for many of us: debt. But here's the crucial distinction. Not all debt is created equal. We need to understand the difference between good debt and bad debt. Think of good debt as an investment, a mortgage on an appreciating asset, or student loans that enhance your earning potential. Bad debt, on the other hand, is usually high-interest, non-productive debt, like credit card balances or those predatory payday loans. It's a drain on your future. Your first offensive strategy against bad debt is to prioritize. If you have multiple debts, focus relentlessly on the one with the highest interest rate first. This is often called the debt avalanche method, and it saves you the most money in the long run. Imagine having a credit card balance of $5,000 at 20% interest and a car loan of $10,000 at 5%. While the car loan is larger, attacking that credit card first will free up hundreds of dollars in interest payments much faster. Once you've tackled those high-interest monsters, consider debt consolidation. If you have several smaller, higher-interest debts, you might be able to roll them into one larger loan with a lower interest rate, simplifying your payments and reducing your overall cost. Always do your homework here, though. Make sure the new loan truly offers better terms. Finally, and this is a big one that affects so many areas of your financial life, work on improving your credit score. A higher credit score unlocks better interest rates on future loans, mortgages, and even impacts things like insurance premiums. Pay your bills on time, keep your credit utilization low, meaning don't max out your credit cards, and dispute any errors on your credit report. The better your credit, the more financial doors open for you. And speaking of opening doors, the key part of financial resilience is not just managing what you have, but also protecting it, which brings us to the absolutely vital topic of insurance and risk management. Now that you've got your budget in order and your emergency fund in place, it's time to talk about making your money work for you. We're moving into the realm of investing for growth, and this is where many people feel overwhelmed, but it doesn't have to be complicated. The single most powerful piece of advice I can give you here is to start investing early. Seriously, the earlier you begin, the less you have to save overall, thanks to the magic of compounding. Imagine you start investing $100 a month at age 25, earning an average 7% annual return. By age 65, you could have over $240,000. But if you wait just 10 years and start at 35, contributing the same $100, you'd end up with less than half that, around $115,000. That's the power of compounding in action. Your earnings start earning their own returns, creating an exponential snowball effect. But here's what most people miss. While starting early is crucial, what you invest in also matters. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Diversifying your portfolio across different asset classes, stocks, bonds, real estate, even some alternative investments, is key to mitigating risk. Think of it like a sports team. You wouldn't just have all pitchers, right? You need a mix of players for different situations. And finally, your investments should always be aligned with your financial goals. Are you saving for a house down payment in 5 years? That calls for a different strategy than saving for retirement in 30 years. We'll delve deeper into matching investment vehicles to specific goals in our next section, where we tackle the critical topic of managing risk and protecting your wealth. Now that we've built a solid financial foundation and started growing our wealth, it's time to talk about protecting it all. This isn't the most exciting part of personal finance, I know, but it's arguably the most critical. Think of it like a safety net for all your hard work. First up is assessing your insurance needs. This isn't a one-size-fits-all situation. Your life stage, dependence, and assets all play a role. Are you a young professional with no kids? Your needs will differ drastically from a parent supporting a family. Most people tend to overinsure in some areas and dangerously underinsure in others. For example, many skip disability insurance, assuming they'll never be unable to work, but a long-term illness or injury can derail even the best financial plans faster than almost anything else. We're talking about protecting your ability to earn an income here, which is your most valuable asset. Beyond your income, you need to protect your physical assets with proper coverage. Your home, your car, your valuable possessions. What happens if they're damaged or stolen? And what if someone gets injured on your property? Liability coverage is often overlooked, but a major lawsuit can wipe out years of savings in an instant. Don't just settle for the minimum coverage. Think about the worst-case scenario and ensure you're adequately protected. And speaking of worst-case scenarios, we also need to plan for unexpected life events. This isn't just about insurance, it's about having a basic framework in place. Imagine the chaos and added stress for your loved ones if you were to pass away suddenly without any clear instructions. This is where a simple will comes in. It doesn't have to be a complicated document drafted by a team of lawyers, but it absolutely needs to articulate your wishes regarding your assets and, if you have them, your minor children. It's a gift of clarity and peace of mind you give to your family, and frankly, it's one of the easiest and most impactful steps you can take for your financial security. So with our financial house in order and protected from life's inevitable curveballs, what's the final piece of this personal finance puzzle? Is something that too many people postpone, but is crucial for truly securing your future, planning for retirement. And that's what we'll dive into next. So we've walked through the foundational pillars of personal finance, from understanding your cash flow to smart investing. But all this knowledge, all these strategies lead to one ultimate destination: financial freedom. It's not just a buzzword, it's a tangible state where your money works for you, giving you the power to make choices based on desire, not necessity. And achieving it isn't a secret, it's a journey with a clear map. First, you absolutely must set clear financial goals, and I mean really clear. Don't just say, "I want to be rich." Say, "I want to have a passive income of $5,000 a month by the time I'm 45, which means I need to build an investment portfolio of X amount." Specificity is power. It gives you a target to aim for and a way to measure your progress. Second, continuously learn and adapt. The financial landscape is always shifting. What worked 10 years ago might not be optimal today. Keep reading, keep watching videos like this, attend webinars, maybe even find a mentor. Curiosity isn't just for kids. It's a superpower for your financial future. Third, cultivate a wealth mindset. This is where most people stumble. It's not just about what you do with your money, but how you think about it. Do you see money as a limited resource you constantly chase, or as an abundant tool you strategically deploy? Shifting your perspective from scarcity to abundance is a profound change that impacts every financial decision you make. Finally, and this is crucial, enjoy your financial journey. It's not a race to the finish line where you deprive yourself along the way. Celebrate your milestones, learn from your setbacks, and appreciate the progress you make. Remember that story about Sarah and her dream retirement in the Alps? She started small, celebrated every extra dollar saved, and genuinely enjoyed learning about different investment options. Her journey wasn't just about the destination. It was about the growth along the way. That's the true essence of financial freedom. It's not just about the money, but the life you build because of it. So take these principles, apply them diligently, and watch your financial future transform. If you want to dive deeper into any of these concepts, make sure to check out the full book summary linked in the description below. It's packed with even more actionable insights that will accelerate your path to financial mastery. If you found this valuable, the resources and product I mentioned are linked in the description below.